Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're diving into an important topic: signs of toxic relationships and how to handle them as a high-value woman who knows her worth. So often we find ourselves in situations where we feel unseen, unheard, or even unsafe in our relationships. We might question our own judgment, wondering if we're overreacting or being too sensitive. But let me assure you, your feelings are valid, and you deserve to be in relationships where you feel respected, cherished, and safe. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore some key signs of toxicity, because recognizing these patterns is the first step to breaking free and creating healthy, loving connections. We'll talk about how these behaviors, these little breaches of trust and respect, can chip away at your sense of self-worth and your ability to show up in the world as your most authentic self. Remember, knowing your worth is not about arrogance. It's about recognizing your inherent value as a human being. You deserve to be treated with respect, kindness, and love in all your relationships. Let's get started. One of the most common yet insidious signs of a toxic relationship is possessiveness. At first glance, it might be mistaken for love or deep care. After all, isn't it natural to want to spend time with someone you care about? However, there's a fine line between healthy expressions of love and possessiveness that stems from insecurity and a need for control. A partner who truly loves and respects you will encourage your independence and celebrate your individuality. They will trust you to make your own decisions about who you spend time with and how you choose to live your life. A possessive partner, on the other hand, will often try to control your actions and limit your freedom. They may become jealous or angry when you spend time with friends or engage in activities without them. This controlling behavior is not about love, it's about power and control. Remember, you are worthy of relationships where your autonomy is respected and your need for connection is balanced with your need for independence. Recognizing the difference between love and control is crucial for building healthy, fulfilling relationships. Jealousy, that green-eyed monster that can rear its ugly head in any relationship. A little jealousy here and there is a normal human emotion, but when jealousy becomes excessive and all-consuming, it can poison the very foundation of a relationship. Jealousy often stems from insecurity and a lack of self-love. When we don't feel good about ourselves, we project those insecurities onto our partners, constantly seeking reassurance and validation. This can manifest as suspicion, accusations, and attempts to control our partner's behavior. The truth is, jealousy is often more about our own internal struggles than our partner's actions. It's about the stories we tell ourselves, the fears we harbor, and the insecurities we haven't yet faced. Dealing with a jealous partner requires setting firm boundaries and engaging in open and honest communication. But it also requires us to look inward and address the root of our own insecurities. Remember, true love is not possessive. It's about celebrating each other's individuality and trusting in the strength of the connection. Disrespect. It's insidious, often subtle, and always a deal breaker in any relationship, especially for a high-value woman like yourself. We're not just talking about outright rudeness, though, of course, that's a non-starter. Disrespect can masquerade as backhanded compliments, dismissive shrugs when you express your feelings, or constantly interrupting you when you're speaking. It's about feeling unseen, unheard, and ultimately undervalued. And let me tell you, you deserve so much more than that. Recognizing disrespect is the first step towards protecting your heart and your worth. Don't settle for a love that doesn't treat you with the basic respect you deserve. We all need our alone time, those moments to recharge and reconnect with ourselves. But isolation in a relationship, that's a whole other beast. Toxic partners will often try to isolate you from your support systems, your friends, your family, even your passions. They might make you feel guilty for spending time with others or downplay the importance of your connections. This is a huge red flag. Remember, healthy relationships thrive on connection, both within the relationship and outside of it. A loving partner will encourage you to nurture all the relationships that bring you joy, not try to control them. Manipulation and gaslighting. These are two of the most insidious forms of emotional abuse, often leaving you questioning your own sanity. A manipulative partner will twist situations, making you feel responsible for their actions or emotions. Gaslighting takes it a step further, making you doubt your own memories and perceptions. You might hear phrases like "you're being too sensitive" or "that never happened," leaving you feeling confused and insecure. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. You are the expert of your own experiences, and no one has the right to invalidate your reality. We all need support, especially from those we love. We need those people who are in our corner, cheering us on as we strive, as we stumble, and as we rise again. A relationship should be a source of that strength, but sometimes it becomes the thing that holds us back. Sabotage, in any form, is a betrayal of that trust. It might look like subtle digs at your ambitions, or maybe they forget to remind you about that important meeting. It can be so insidious because they might even convince you they're trying to protect you from potential failure. But what they're really doing is protecting themselves, protecting their own ego from having to deal with your strength, your brilliance, your ability to soar. You deserve a partner who celebrates your wins, big and small. Someone who sees your potential not as a threat, but as a beautiful thing to nurture and support. Remember, your success is not their failure, and their insecurity is not your burden to bear. When we can recognize these patterns of sabotage, we can start to dismantle them. Words have power. They can build us up, make us feel seen, loved, cherished. But they can also cut deep, leaving invisible scars. Belittling, those constant little jabs disguised as jokes, they chip away at your self-worth, leaving you feeling small, insignificant, unworthy. A dismissive eye roll here, a sarcastic comment there. It creates an environment of disrespect, where your feelings, your thoughts, your very being are constantly undermined. You start to internalize it. You start to question your own judgment, your own perception. You begin to shrink, to make yourself smaller, quieter, less visible, but that's not the answer. You were not made to shrink. You were made to shine. Recognize the insidious nature of belittling. Understand that it says more about their own insecurities than it does about your worth. Know that you deserve to be surrounded by people who see your value, who lift you up, who make you feel safe to be your authentic, brilliant self. Guilt can be a powerful motivator, a way to control and manipulate without ever having to raise a hand. In healthy relationships, guilt serves a purpose. It helps us recognize when we've crossed a line. But in toxic relationships, guilt becomes a weapon, a tool to keep you trapped in a cycle of obligation and resentment. It often sounds like, if you really loved me, you would, or after all I've done for you. It preys on your empathy, your desire to please, your fear of conflict. But here's the truth. You are not responsible for other people's emotions. You are not obligated to sacrifice your well-being to appease someone else's guilt trip. It's about recognizing that saying no to guilt does not make you a bad person. It makes you a strong woman, a woman who understands her worth. Free yourself. You deserve to live a life free from manipulation, guided by your own compass. We've talked about a lot of painful things, haven't we? But betrayal, that's a whole other level of hurt. It's a deep soul wound that can shake us to our core. Because at the heart of betrayal is broken trust. And trust is the very foundation of any meaningful connection. When someone betrays us, it's not just about their actions, it's about the shattering of our belief in them, in their love, in their promises. It makes us question everything we thought we knew about the relationship, and sometimes even about ourselves. Did we miss the signs? Did we ignore our intuition? These are the questions that can keep us up at night, the doubts that can fester and grow. But here's the thing about betrayal. It's not a reflection of our worthiness. It's a reflection of the betrayer's inability to honor the sacred bond of trust. And while healing from betrayal takes time, it is possible. It requires us to acknowledge the pain, to grieve the loss, and to slowly, tenderly begin to rebuild trust in ourselves and in the possibility of healthy, loving relationships. Let's be crystal clear. Any form of abuse, physical, emotional, verbal, or financial, is unacceptable. It's a violation of your boundaries, your dignity, and your right to a safe and loving relationship. Abuse often starts subtly, making it hard to recognize at first. It can be disguised as passionate love, protectiveness, or even just a joke. But over time, these behaviors escalate, chipping away at your self-esteem and sense of self. You might find yourself walking on eggshells, constantly trying to please your partner or avoid their anger. You might doubt your own perceptions, questioning your sanity as they twist reality through gaslighting. But here's the truth. You deserve to be treated with respect, kindness, and love. You deserve to feel safe and secure in your relationship. If you're experiencing any form of abuse, please know that you are not alone, and it's not your fault. Reach out for help, whether it's to a trusted friend, family member, therapist, or a hotline. Your safety and well-being are paramount. And there you have it, the signs of toxic relationships and how to handle them as a high-value woman who knows her worth. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship that uplifts and supports you. A relationship where you can truly thrive by recognizing toxicity and taking proactive steps you can reclaim your power and create a life filled with happiness and fulfillment. You are worthy of love, respect, and genuine connection. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on personal growth and well-being. Share your experiences and strategies in the comments below. How have you navigated toxic relationships? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.